In the archives of the Korean music industry, one figure often speaks more truth than any narrative crafted by an agency: album sales. This is a quiet battlefield where fan loyalty and brand strength are measured in cartons and pallets. And amidst the fierce competition of the new generation of girl groups, a name has emerged in a position that has caused many analysts to double-check their data: BABYMONSTER. According to cumulative sales data from January to October 2025, BABYMONSTER secured the 7th position for best-selling girl group albums in South Korea. They stand behind established giants, but managed to surpass other names that may more frequently dominate your social media timelines. On paper, this is a victory. However, the question remains: behind the figure of 996,000 albums, nearly 1 million, what kind of battle did they actually win? Is this the sign of a final resurgence? Or is it the most complex victory in the history of a group born from the womb of YG Entertainment? To understand this, we must step back for a moment. BABYMONSTER is not an ordinary group. They are the expensive project launched after Blackpink's hiatus as an active group, burdened with the genetic legacy of monsters that had to be proven immediately. Their journey has been marked by delayed debuts, lineup changes, and immense pressure of expectation. Their image was built on vocal prowess, raw talent, and the promise of being the successor to the throne. Yet that promise did not automatically translate to smooth chart dominance. They have been an entity that, until now, was more often discussed in the context of its potential than its undeniable achievements. An industry analyst, who spoke on condition of anonymity, offered this perspective: BABYMONSTER's number 7 achievement is interesting because it is asymmetrical. They do not have a hit single that dominates the digital charts like New Jeans' Ditto or aespa's Supernova. Their wave of public recognition is relatively flat. This means this achievement is almost entirely driven by the strength of a solid core fandom and an aggressive physical album marketing strategy. It is a strong achievement, but also a vulnerable one. It is building a fortress, not conquering territory. So how did a group, often described as lost in the labyrinth of expectations, manage to build such a sturdy fortress? This is the first puzzle we will unravel. It is a story of strategy, persistence, and an unexpected twist that might lie precisely in what they have not done. The first key to this achievement lies in a strategy that has become standard, yet was executed with military precision: the multiple version release. BABYMONSTER did not release just 1 or 2 album versions. They launched several editions: regular, limited, platform-specific, each equipped with exclusive content, random photo cards, and luxurious packaging. This is a tactic designed to maximize bulk buying from a loyal fandom. In the K-pop ecosystem, this is not new, but for BABYMONSTER, with its highly focused fan base, this strategy worked with near-perfect effectiveness. However, here is where the twist emerges. Typically, successful album sales go hand in hand with, or are driven by, success on digital music charts. But BABYMONSTER demonstrates an unusual pattern: a disconnect. Their songs have not become massive chart toppers. They do not dominate everyday public conversation. This creates a split narrative. On one hand, they are a formidable physical sales force. On the other, they remain contenders struggling to gain musical recognition from the Korean general public. So, who is behind this sales power? The answer lies with Ahyeon's heart and communities like it, a fandom built on a foundation of deep affection and perhaps a sense of urgency. The departure of Ahyeon, one of the most anticipated pre-debut members, left a wound and a burning spirit within the fandom. Many fans feel they must work twice as hard to prove that BABYMONSTER, in its current formation, is still worthy of competition. They're not just buying albums, they're buying a future, buying validation. Every album sold is a voice shouting, "We are here, and we are not leaving." A fan with the username @monstr expressed the sentiment via direct message. We know people doubt them. We know many are waiting for them to fail. Every time we order a box of albums, it is not just for collection. It is our voice. This is our way of telling the world, look, they are enduring. They are valuable. A marketing manager from a competing agency speaking under condition of anonymity provided a sharper analysis. YG is playing chess with BABYMONSTER. They know the battle on the digital charts, for now, might be too costly and difficult to win against groups like New Jeans or aespa. So they're doubling down on what they can control, physical sales. They are consolidating their existing fan base, making them feel part of a mission. In the short term, this is brilliant. The number 7 position proves it. But the question is this model sustainable? Can you forever remain inside the fortress without ever truly conquering the land outside? This is the core dilemma of BABYMONSTER's 7th place achievement. It is a victory that is simultaneously a warning. It is undeniable proof of fandom strength, yet also an omen of the chasm that still must be crossed to reach the level of an artist with genuine cultural influence, not just commercial success in one segment. So, what is the impact of all this on their future? The impact of this achievement is multi-layered. Within the industry, the number 7 position has succeeded in silencing, or at least delaying the narrative that BABYMONSTER is a failed harvest. They prove they are still an economic force to be reckoned with. For YG Entertainment, it's a breath of fresh air, a validation that their model, however controversial, can still produce numbers. Yet behind the scenes, this achievement has actually increased the pressure.
The pressure has now shifted. It is no longer about can they sell albums, but can they create a hit that ignites Korean public interest. The fandom has done its part perfectly. Now, the ball is in YG's and the members' court. Will they be given the musical material capable of bridging the gap between fandom popularity and public recognition, or will they remain confined to this fortress strategy, becoming a group that is commercially successful for a niche audience, yet marginalized in mainstream musical conversation? Reactions from third parties are also beginning to surface. Several independent music producers we contacted expressed interest, seeing BABYMONSTER as an incomplete canvas with extraordinary vocal talent. However, they also voiced concerns that the overly strong YG brand could limit the group's musical exploration. Meanwhile, on social media, debates between BABYMONSTER fans and fans of other groups with lower sales but better digital chart performance are heating up. Every achievement now has two sides, a pride and a weapon. So what is the true meaning of BABYMONSTER's 7th place? It is more than just a number on a list. It is a case study in K-pop modernity, where the power of an organized fandom can create its own reality. It is the story of a group that has managed to find its own path to success, even if that path is rocky and fraught with questions. This is not the end of BABYMONSTER's journey. In fact, one could argue this is the most decisive chapter yet. They have built a foundation with bricks provided by their most loyal fans. Now they stand at a crossroads. One path leads toward the peak of broader cultural influence, where their music is heard by everyone. The other path is to become a powerful niche force, a magnificent yet closed-off kingdom. The lingering question, and this is a question for all of us observing this industry, is will YG Entertainment dare to open the gates of that fortress, taking the risk to chase a hit that could change everything? Or will they remain within, safe with stable album sales, while watching the waves of new music trends pass them by? BABYMONSTER's number 7 achievement is not an answer. It is a looming, significant question. And how this question is answered will determine whether we are witnessing the rise of a new legend or the most stable phase of a potential that was never fully realized.